Just why you think some celebrities are famous for a much longer time than others.
Did you feel that? That moment of panic, your brain scrambling for an answer while the examiner watches you? That's part three. And it's where Band 7 dreams go to die. Welcome back to IELTS Speaking Podcast. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Felicity.
Today, we're tackling part three, the section that scares people the most. And honestly, it should. Part three is designed to push you, but by the end of this episode, you'll have a simple framework that works for any abstract question they throw at you.
This connects directly to episode 4, where we looked at describing a popular person. Now the examiner wants you to discuss popularity, celebrity culture, inspiration, abstract concepts.
Let's dive in. So why does part three feel so different?
In part 1, questions are about you. Do you like ice cream? Easy, personal.
In part two, you describe a story. Tell me about a popular person. Still manageable. You've prepared example.
But part 3,
Part three goes abstract. The examiner asks you to analyze, compare, evaluate. Why are some celebrities famous longer than others? Do teachers need to be popular? These aren't personal questions. They're thinking questions.
and there's no right answer.
Exactly. That's what freaks students out. They're waiting for the correct response. But remember episode 5? Content is irrelevant. The examiner doesn't care what you think, they care how you express it.
So what's the strategy?
A simple three-part structure I call the P method. PEE stands for point, explanation, example. Every part 3 answer should have these 3 parts.
Walk us through it.
Okay, let's say the examiner asks, do you think popular people are usually happy people? Your point is your answer, your opinion. Don't hedge yet, just state it clearly, like, I'd say not necessarily. That's your point.
Clear and direct. Then what?
Then you explain. Why do you think that? Develop your reasoning. While popularity might seem desirable, it often comes with pressures, constant scrutiny, superficial relationships, fear of losing status. That's your explanation.
And the example.
Make it concrete. Give evidence, even if it's general. If we look at many famous people, there are countless examples of celebrities who've struggled with mental health despite being adored by millions. That's your example.
So, point, your opinion, explanation, your reasoning, example, concrete evidence.
Exactly. And that structure forces you to speak for at least 30 to 45 seconds, which is what part 3 requires.
Let's see it in action with a real examiner question. Ready? Just why you think some celebrities are famous for a much longer time than others.
That's interesting. I suppose it depends largely on whether they've built genuine talent or just viral appeal. What I mean is, some people become famous almost overnight through social media or reality TV. But that kind of fame tends to be quite fleeting because it's not rooted in any real skill. On the other hand, celebrities who are known for actual talent, whether that's acting, music, or some other craft, they tend to have more staying power because their work continues to be valued over time. If we think about musicians, for instance, someone like David Bowie remained relevant for decades because he kept evolving his artistry. Or as many one hit wonder artists fade quickly because their fame was based on a single moment rather than sustained excellence.
Perfect. Let's break that down.
Point, it depends on talent versus viral appeal. I didn't say yes or no, I framed it with nuance right away.
Explanation.
I developed the contrast. Viral fame is fleeting, talent based fame lasts. Notice I used what I mean is to extend the explanation naturally.
And the example.
David Bowie, concrete, specific. Even though I didn't give statistics or dates, I made it real. That's all the examiner needs.
Now let's see that in action with another prompt. Examiner mode. Do you think good teachers need to be popular with their students?
That's quite a nuanced question. I'd say not necessarily, though it certainly helps. From my perspective, the most important thing is that a teacher is effective, that students actually learn. And sometimes that might mean being strict or pushing students hard, which might not make the teacher the most popular in the moment. However, if students respect the teacher and feel supported, that's more valuable than just being liked. So I can think of teachers I had growing up who were quite demanding and weren't necessarily the fun teachers. But years later, I realized they were the ones who prepared me best. So I suppose there's a difference between being popular and being respected.
Another strong answer.
Point, not necessarily, though it helps. I acknowledge both sides immediately.
You also used hedging language. From my perspective, I suppose.
Exactly, that's key to sounding Band 8. Let me teach you some quick hedging phrases. Hedging is language that softens your statements. Instead of absolute, you acknowledge uncertainty. It makes you sound thoughtful and sophisticated.
Can you give us the top phrases?
Here are 5 hedging phrases to steal. Repeat these with me. First is, I suppose it depends on.
I suppose it depends on.
Second, it could be argued that.
It could be argued that.
Third, from my perspective.
From my perspective.
Fourth, generally speaking. Generally speaking.
Speaking.
And fifth, that's quite a nuanced question.
That's
Quite a
nuanced question.
That last one is gold. It buys you thinking time and sounds sophisticated.
Did people memorize all 5?
Pick 2 or 3 that feel natural and practice using them. You don't need all 5. You need a few that roll off your tongue automatically.
What are the biggest Part 3 mistakes?
3 killers. Number 1, one-sentence answers. The examiner asks the question and the student says, "Yes, I think so," and stops. That's death. Aim for 30 to 45 seconds minimum. Mistake number 2, speaking in absolutes. All celebrities are unhappy. Teachers must be popular. Absolutes sound naive. Use hedging to show nuance.
And number 3?
And getting stuck on not knowing facts. You don't need statistics. You need to express ideas clearly. Make up a reasonable example if you have to. The examiner is assessing your language, not your knowledge.
So don't panic if you don't know the answer.
There is no answer, just well expressed opinions. All right, here's your practice question. Pause the recording, answer out loud using PEE, then come back.
Examiner voice. Do you think ordinary people can inspire others as much as famous people can?
Pause now. Point, explanation, example. Take your time. Welcome back. However you answered is fine. What matters is that you use the PEE structure. If you got stuck, listen to this episode again and practice with the examples we gave. Let's recap.
Number 1.
Part 3 tests your ability to discuss abstract ideas. There are no right answers, only well-structured responses.
Number 2.
Use the PEE method. Point, state your opinion, explanation, develop your reasoning. Example, make it concrete.
Number 3.
Hedging language makes you sound Band 8. Use phrases like, I suppose, it could be argued, and from my perspective. Now, in the comments, I want you to answer this question using P.
Do you think good teachers need to be popular with their students?
Write your answer below. Point, explanation, example. We'll read them and give you feedback. Next episode, we're tackling one of the most common Part 2 cue cards. Describe a place you'd like to visit.
And here's the thing, you can ace this even for places you've never been. We're teaching you the location template.
Don't miss it. Subscribe so it shows up in your feed.
Thanks for listening to IELTS Speaking Podcast.
If Part 3 has been scaring you, share this episode with a friend who's also preparing. The P method might just save their score too.
See you in the next one.
Bye for now.